of the National Football League.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year. We're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. But this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch is those Giants lesser known Tom Brady. Now they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments you just go back in that backyard as a kid and close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Benson once more. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's Denzel Perryman in on a stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His first throw in the Super Bowl is intercepted. And the Chargers are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. And look at the opportunity they've now got at the very start of this game, Brock. All thanks to the interception on that opening possession.
Yeah, they love to say that a running game is a quarterback's best friend, but right next to that bestie is a defense that can take the ball away for you.
So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard
First down, and they go right back to it. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
Go.
First and 10, here's Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal.
380. Delta.
From the red zone on 1st. McConkey's got it again. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Lev McConkey with a touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
Certainly what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Murray. That's Dortch on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cardinals.
like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen. In this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. There's a screen, it's Connor. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Take him down back at the 42.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
3rd and long.
3rd and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. That's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Has it at the 7. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
first thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Jim Harbaugh sticking with his offense. They're going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. And he's got it. Great call there on the 2-point attempt, and that puts him up 15-zip. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. It just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. That's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw, Murray. He can run it. Oh, Murray lost it. Unfortunately, the Cardinals made it to that one first. They'll maintain possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer, when they get a guy cut, they know, man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long. Now Kyler. Ooh, fired a dart there, but it's not going to be brought in.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Able to get it to Benson. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. So that's going to be the 2-minute warning of our first half. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. The Cardinals out for the punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Go.
1st and 10, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Let's go.
Upping in tempo with some hurry-up offense.
At the 44-yard line.
Herbert on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers both racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Cardinals nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Kyler throwing here. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Murray. Here's a screen to Benson. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Starts his return from the 23. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Darius Davis to return it. and it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it. Wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good.
Makes the score. Chargers 29, Cardinals nothing.
Watching one kick get taken back, partner. Let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here come the Cardinals to begin quarter number 3. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Intercepted. And he's making a house call. Pick 6 for Los Angeles. That pick 6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. That's for an offense who just threw the interception, and they went back out there. You better flush it fast.
Dicker on now for the PAT. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And they're really going to have to rebuild any momentum from scratch here, Brock, coming off that pick 6 that just made the hole there in deeper. They'll start this series with an option left. Lost control of another one, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. So following the fumble and the recovery, here comes second and short. Benson now from the gun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Punting unit out now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Chargers getting set. First and 10.
Set. Let's go.
Here's Herbert. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10.
Set. Set.
Now Herbert again. That's complete to Johnston. Now right. It's inside the 10. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Jim Harbaugh sticking with his offense. They're going for 2.
5-9, 5-9.
The Chargers will line up.
Herbert throwing again. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. I think we were all expecting to see the kicker there, but up big, they're still adding on with a 2-point conversion.
I think most of us, certainly the purists, would love to see the kicker there. Don't run up the score. But look, in the end, it's also on the other side, too. Stop them from scoring. Don't even let them put the 2-point conversion out. Keep them out of the end zone. You got a little responsibility to have some pride on that side as well.
Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 7 yards on that pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down. Here's Kyler to throw. That's with Harrison again. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
On the gun, it's Murray. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Chargers are going to opt for a 50B 3rd down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they only get a couple when they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's been one of the players of this game. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Charger football, and the fan base is hopeful. If they can keep the lead, they'll win their first title. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go. 10. Ready.
Now Herbert to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And now they face 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Set. Grenade it. Set.
2nd and 10 now. Herbert. To the right, pulled in by McConkey. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Buying some time left. This is caught downfield by Allen. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Jonathan Gannon considering a challenge. Yep, he's going to throw the flag.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not the result that Jonathan Gannon was hoping for. His challenge unsuccessful. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert now off the play fake. It's into the hands of Will Dissly. Has some room to work. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers continue adding to an insurmountable lead.
Dicker for the extra point.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again.
50. Cardinals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out had the Cardinals now on offense.
Yeah, and if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game, like baseball, right? You're looking up at that scoreboard, and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
First down carry for Connor. Power his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Trust. Kate is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down, Arizona.
Now an inside give to Benson. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. John?
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Dante Jackson takes it away. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling onto this lead.
Chargers 57, Cardinals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again.
And their shot at the win probably already gone before that last interception, but after the pick 6, Brock, whatever will they have to keep fighting, that might be gone now too.
Yeah, maybe time to look down that bench and try to give some other guys some opportunities as well.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Connor gets it here to begin the drive. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some depth into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Cardinals trying to do some window dressing. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They give up the gut to Benson.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. Not seeing much achievement today.
They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Benson on 1st and 10. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
A 54-yard attempt.
Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it!
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. They can run this clock out and head out of here with a win, even with 2 timeouts remaining defensively. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black 80, plus, ready.
They're going to pass it here. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Hey, go lion, lock. Set. 380. Route. Let's go. Set.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Oh, put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 25. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Chargers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers continue adding on to that lead.
64. Cardinals, nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He's got the squiver. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing on 1st down. Here's Murray. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snaps. And this will be the final play of the game.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go, there's one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
That's no way to end the game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. And finally, Brock, they can erase that awful memory from '95. At long last, the Los Angeles Chargers are Super Bowl champions. Well, partner, I think I speak for everybody when I say really not the type of game that we were anticipating. We expected it to be a fight to the end. Instead, we got the biggest win in Super Bowl history. And after this, they truly stand without equal in the National Football League.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to look at this, right? You can look at it two ways. It was a blowout. It wasn't competitive. But you can also marvel at the excellence. I mean, this century, we've seen Super Bowls. We don't see games like this.
Yeah.
We don't see blowouts. They're almost all competitive. But what a statement they made tonight as one of the greatest Super Bowl winners ever.
The crowning moment of the NFL season as Commissioner Goodell hands that Lombardi Trophy to the Los Angeles Chargers, champions of Super Bowl 60. So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Hewitt and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouted, he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit, before I sat down, still bomb.